welcome to another edition of Hoopty in the Hills. We just picked up the Danger Ranger from our Glen Elk headquarters of Vintage Variety, and we're gonna stop off here at the AutoZone real quick because I just discovered I don't have any license plate frame or screws or anything, so we need something to mount the new license plate we just got from the DMV today. And then we're going to drive this thing down to Grafton, West Virginia, where we're going to be meeting with a mechanic who I hope is going to be my wizard. Hope he's going to be my guy to work on everything. This guy's name is Teron Lackey. He's somebody that's worked on vehicles for me a couple times in the past. He used to work a little closer to town here. I kind of hate that I have to drive down to Grafton, but it's not too far. It is what it is. It's probably, I don't know, 15 miles, but unfortunately it's just not in town. I would rather use an in-town service if I could, but as of right now I like Teron, and for the kind of vehicles that I'm going to be working on, it's actually great that I've been able to reconnect with Teron, because he's very good with German cars and stuff like that I'm really into. Not a big deal for the Ranger. You know, anybody that's a mechanic worth anything, I guess, knows how to work on a Ford. But here, one or two projects down the road, when we pick up a, you know, an old Volkswagen or a Porsche or one of the other vehicles that I love so much, the cars that are really my passion, more than something like this Ranger, Teron will be the guy that I want working on that vehicle, because he actually knows what he's doing. And you know, they're a little unusual. Not everybody knows what they're doing with them, so you got to have a guy that has a little bit of experience with German vehicles. All right, now we're in business. We've got the license plate installed. This thing is finally legal to drive. I haven't had it out on the road much, so this is kind of a test to see how it runs. Actually, I just drove it from where I bought it from the guy to where I parked it originally, so I haven't really had it out on the road at all. This is going to be its first good road test. We'll see how she runs to Grafton. Love that Bumblebee exhaust. It sounds spectacular. The transmission seems very smooth. Don't have any problems with that. The clutch feels good. I mean, those are obviously big concerns with something this age. I think I'm pretty happy so far with that. Here's a guy broke down. I should probably stop and help him. I feel bad, but schedule right now. Nothing like driving a 5-speed. You know, most of my daily driver cars are usually automatics, but it makes me so happy to get back in a stick shift like this. The Bumblebee exhaust, definitely something we're going to change, but what's interesting is the engine sound, like I guess the loudest part of the exhaust right now, sounds like it's right underneath me. So I don't know if that means that either the catalytic converter is completely not working or it's been cut off. Maybe I haven't even really looked under it. I know the exhaust in the back is, you know, flopping up and down where it's not really secured very well, but either the exhaust is leaking really bad up here towards the front, or it's not connected at all, because like I said, it sounds like most of the noise is right underneath me. So maybe it's just leaking, I don't know. One thing I say about this little thing though, I mean, so far, just my first impressions of driving it, other than the offensive sound, the thing drives great. I mean, I'm very impressed with it. It's got nice power. You know, for a 2001, you always worry if it's not been taken care of, if, you know, it's actually going to run good. I actually need gas in it right now, which I wasn't really planning to stop and put gas, so that's something we're going to have to do here real quick. Listen to it backfire. Yeah, and I'm definitely getting some exhaust smell in here, so that's definitely something we'll have to take care of. Also, my emergency brake light is on, as if the emergency brake is on, and I'm sure it's not. I mean, it feels fine. I've hit the release here several times just to make sure, but it's not, that light's not going off, but it doesn't feel like it's, you know, holding back or anything to me. It is a little bit smelly. I may get a little smoker's lung riding in here. Might have to put a window down. So we're going to swing into a gas station here, get a little fill up so we can make it to Grafton. I don't know, I don't really trust this thing to drive with it near empty. I have no idea what the gas gauge is like in it yet, and it's just at the beginning of the red, but I don't know what that translates to in real gas. So we're going to put some gas in it, not take any chances. Now we got some fuel. Put my seatbelt on so you don't have to listen to that super annoying dinging. Got some fuel. We're gonna continue on our journey. I'll tell you what, man, this little truck drives great. If there's one thing I'm really excited about, it's the way this truck drives and the way it feels. I mean, the steering and the clutch and the shifter and everything just feels, you know, like it should, no issues. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully that is going to translate to a low repair bill. This video, once again, is brought to you in part by Diet Coke. Diet Coke, the fuel of the Danger Ranger and Hoopty in the Hills. Ah, that's good. So the plan is we're going to go talk to Tehran. The name of the place that we're going to is, I think, Black Bear Customs. I know where it is, but I can't recall the name exactly. So we'll give them a plug when we get there. Maybe take a little footage of their sign or something else. So we're getting to get the Danger Ranger out on some country roads here and go through the gears. And once again, man, I'm just thrilled with the performance of this truck and the air conditioner working and the low mileage, and you know, it really inspires me that we may have picked a good project car here. You know, you never know when you buy these things. They always seem great when you're looking at them and when you're talking with the owner, and then once you own them and you get them out by themselves, you start to notice all the things you didn't catch. But this one, I mean, the little clutch and the 5-speed just feel great. It's a little goofy to have the Hurst shifter on here for a 2001 Ranger, but it is what it is. That guy liked it, so I guess I like it. It is actually kind of nice to hold on to. It makes me feel like I'm in something much, much cooler. But the thing shifts nice. It's got a lot of pickup. You know, it's definitely not having any trouble getting out of its own way. Well, look, we got a little opening here. I probably should have shifted down to first, but we started out in second. Let's just see how she runs here. Hopefully we don't blow it up or anything. Woo, look at that little backfire. I like that. Actually, on the tachometer on this, it goes up to 6,000 RPMs, but there's not really a red line, which is kind of weird, I think. Maybe when you disappear into the 6, that becomes the red line after that. But I mean, it doesn't sound like it's taxed or anything running at 4,500 or 5,000 RPM, so it sounds good. And I mean, the power is great.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now.
With the radio right now. It's got an aftermarket head unit in here that the former owner put in, I think, right before I got it. And I heard it work when I bought it, but as of right now, it's not picking up any radio signals. It's just going straight through and scanning like the antenna's not connected or something. I'm not really worried about that right now, so we'll put that pretty far down the list of things I'm worried about.
Shortcuts here for destiny. I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn. Lighting the fuse, let it burn. My time is rising, and you can't bring me down. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now.
How you doing?
Man, how are you?
Good. How's it going? I figured I'd just come down here and pay you.
Yeah, that'll work.
How's it going?
Did you figure out what you want to do with tires and stuff?
I have not figured that out. Do you know if those wheels I have will fit?
Your Jeep wheels?
Yeah.
I don't think it
They're off of a...
Is it 6-lug?
They're off a 2009 Grand Cherokee. They're 5 lugs. I think they're 4.5 by 5. I think they fit. I really do. Off a new Wrangler, I think they're 5 by 5. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a computer and we can sure look.
Yeah. Because they're just a plain, you know, 5-spoke alloy wheel. Hey there, man.
No, you're fine.
How you doing?
I'm like, oh.
Hey, bud.
How you doing?
Doing good. I got your list together.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, and he's got a price all worked up and stuff for me. Yeah, when you went by us the other day, man, your car sounded good. That thing sounds good on the highway. What kind of exhaust is on that thing?
Stock.
Yeah?
Stock Borla.
Really?
Factory, yeah.
Huh.
Ford intake stock Borla, DSG tune, APR1, stage 1 tune.
Yeah, it sounds really good going down the road.
6 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque.
Gosh,
for
man.
7-speed.
That's stock, or you did stuff to it?
I just did an intake and a tune.
It's 250 horsepower stock?
The engine makes 250 stock, but to the wheels it's making 256. So it's like 322 with the crank.
Really?
3.2 liter 6-cylinder from Volkswagen.
Holy shit. I knew they were fast. I didn't know they were that fast.
They only made 5,000 of them. They'll do it like 165 stock.
What about a spacer? Could I use a spacer, like an adapter?
I'd have to look. I would imagine somewhere somebody's.
I should have just threw the damn things in my truck and brought them down here and let you look at them.
I mean, I could look for a spacer.
I'll tell you what, I might just stop back tomorrow and just I'll bring you one of each of those wheels to look at and see if we can use either of them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's.
Because I really think one of them, but I think we could definitely get an adapter, because I know on older Wranglers, I'm like a Wrangler guy, I've had all these Wranglers. I had a 99 Wrangler, and it was 4.5 by 5. And I put newer Wrangler wheels on it, and I used spacers on that. Brett at the speed shop actually did it for me. And
Okay.
they were like hub-centric, you know, wheel adapter spacers, but it was specifically for Jeeps, older Jeep to fit newer wheels.
That's kind of where I don't know if it'll.
Yeah.
If someone's done from Ford to Chrysler.
Right.
With the age difference.
Huh.
I could definitely
Interesting.
look into it though.
I'll just bring them down here and let you look at them and measure them and stuff. So how much you want me to pay you?
So with your current invoice without the wheels and tire number.
Yeah, we'll figure out the wheels later. Let's get everything done and let's explore this wheel thing because I'm not sure what to do. I really don't want to spend a bunch of money on wheels because I have so many good sets. If I can get one to work,
Right.
you know.
Well,
unfortunately, everything I have is for Jeeps, so I got a whole building full of shit. I got like 10 tires in there probably. And actually, I even have some new tires on some of them, which those are 31s, I think, but they'd still look pretty damn good on there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, I got.
if it would save me buying 2 tires.
I mean, wheels, they're so
Yeah.
not specific to anything. So this is your current with everything so far.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And I'm telling you, all these parts minus the front ball joint and the timing cover are like at cost. Like that was.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of looked at.
Right.
I've bought so many car parts, I know what they should cost, so
Yeah.
I was comfortable with it.
Okay.
And you were actually lower on the lift kit than Rough Country sells on their website. It was $9.99 on their website.
Okay. So yeah, we can go. I mean,
Yeah, so I was real happy with that, for sure.
I'm gonna grab Jared real quick. We made
So those
red hanging there. We just
Yeah.
powder coat, made them in here in house.
Oh, wow.
So CNC pipe machine automatically makes all that stuff. for
you
us.
guys do the coolest shit. This is like the coolest
There's
place.
an office going in. We have full 3D printers. We're doing 3D printing here now too.
Yeah, that's he was talking to me about that too.
CNC plasma table next door too.
That's
Interesting.
Like the
You just do a little bit of everything, don't you?
everything department. I'm
So
bad at
powder coating. Let me ask you this, because I kind of like those goofy old wheels that are on there. They're very 90s style, but they're kind of rough looking.
Yeah.
Can we powder coat those?
Powder coat them,
Because they're 2 colors. They're black and silver. They have that like saw blade look to them.
Oh yeah, we.
Could you like?
I'm pretty sure we can powder coat them. They're aluminum. I don't know. Probably powder coat those.
Let's look at it. Yeah, and they don't have center caps on, but I'm sure that's something that's replaceable, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 3D
Hey, you can make them.
I'm gonna finish up this machine, see if we get some big boy tires on it and all new wheel bearings.
Hey, you can make me some center caps that say fucking Ford Ranger.
We do graphics here, t-shirts.
I mean, it's a little wheel, but with a big tire, it would probably look cool though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It would.
Because we're putting the 5-inch lift.
Yeah, we can put. I can make caps. Ford fucking Ranger.
You can put Ford
That's the
fucking
meme.
Ranger on
That's
them.
the meme. We gotta get you. We gotta make you decal.
I don't know if I'd do it as big as a decal, but I would do it on the center caps.
Yeah, I was gonna do your that front axle, fix your oil leak, both lower ball joints. We'll put your exhaust and intake on it. And then I guess you picked your lift and stuff.
Yeah.
Do that. Put tires. If
5
you want,
inch.
put tires on those wheels.
5-inch rough country is what we're
Let me
doing.
make sure if we can powder coat.
You don't have to find out right now. That's cool.
Mike, can we powder coat these wheels? He's asking. Can we? Yeah. I think we can do that. Whatever color we want. We can just put bigger tires on it.
They're not a bad looking wheel, right? I mean, it would look okay if it was.
They're the Ford spirals. That look good with a big aggressive tire on it.
I like simple rims myself. Like
Yeah.
I would run completely steel black
Yeah.
EWT wheels if they made them big enough for a truck.
They don't even look bad the way they are, truthfully. I mean, with big tires, they might look
Clean up
cool.
with some others too.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. I mean, I don't think they look bad with big tires on there. I can make them hubcaps.
If you did want to change the rim and you didn't want to get too crazy into money, look at Raceline and they have a steel wheel series.
Raceline.
Raceline.
Okay.
They're
Nice, simple.
they're like $100 rim maybe.
Oh,
If you
really?
mess
That
one
cheap?
up, you didn't lose a bunch of money. They're great. That's
I've never
great.
looked for trucks, but I know like side by sides and full engine stuff. They're dirt cheap. Like
Raceline.
$40, $50.
Let me look those up.
Just
Because I like
Raceline.
steel wheels. I actually just sold my Wrangler. I put steel wheels on it.
They're
Yeah.
I mean,
They were black steel wheels. They looked awesome though.
yeah, that's all just black steel.
Yeah.
And we had a set.
I don't like fancy rims. Like I hate the ones like Rockstar rims and shit. I hate those things.
Well, we did have a buggy here that had just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though. I'll look up Raceline and see. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Not a bad truck there for its years. Really.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the plastic dip.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
I got in it and started on the lift. I'm like, it's already blown cold. I backed it out. Yeah, it definitely is the exhaust. There's plumbing parts on your exhaust.
I'll probably come back and talk to you guys again tomorrow because I'm gonna bring you a whole truckload of shit I have. And we'll probably have to add some labor on for you to install it all.
Yeah.
Once you start plastic dipping though, I got all kinds of shit. I got new bumpers and I actually bought new bumpers and side rails and yeah.
The inside is immaculate.
Yeah,
I think
It's got one hole in the seat I'm not crazy about, but
yeah,
we'll get to fixing that later. That'll be down the line.
I got the embroidery shop. She makes seat covers.
She does that too?
Well, I know.
Yeah, she makes anything.
This place does fucking everything. It's like we're like a mall here.
Yeah, she does all
It's like that buggy waiting for the cage coming back.
She made special cushions for the Razor. I mean, if Jaron had his buggy here, she's sewn the Black Bear off-road in their headrest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Get 10 coats. It would be like 3.5, 4 millimeters thick.
And you said you think you might be able to fix those fenders?
Well, if you dip it.
'Cause I was just gonna put new ones on there.
If we dip it, we can repair them where the dip is going to fill everything in and it's not going to be noticeable and it's going to be watertight and everything. That's the trick. And when you want to change colors, you pick an edge of the dip and you peel it off like a Band-Aid and then you spray it again, whatever color you want. I can change my color of my car every day.
Okay, where can I look at colors? Because you've already convinced me. I'm sold.
You want to go to, because it's fast, it's cheap, it works, it's strong. I had my dip one forever. DYC. It's called DYC. I'll message it to you.
DYC. Okay.
Yeah, you want to get their dip. It's like $80 a gallon, but it's good.
Okay.
Really good.
$80 a gallon's nothing. I mean, that's, you know.
I got the sprayer and everything else here.
If all I got to do is pay you labor to put it on, that's going to be so much cheaper. Because the paint job, it's probably going to cost me, if I do the paint job, it's probably going to cost me $2,000.
When somebody opens the door at Walmart and hits your paint job, paint's hurt. Hit your plastic dip, you got touch-up dip. You can brush it on there and it'll level. You'll never even see that thing like
No shit.
Oh yeah, stuff's great.
I'm excited.
Wow.
Let's do it.
People don't do it because they don't do it right. They'll put 3 coats on it and they can't get it off. You're supposed to do 8 to 10 coats minimum, 15 minutes between coats. So on a truck like that, by the time I get back around where I started, it's been 15 minutes.
Spend time.
Yep, I just
right.
keep going all the way around and around and around until I'm out of dip.
Okay, we'll talk more about this. I'm excited.
But you
Cool.
just gotta figure out matte, satin.
I'm going to pay him and I'll come back and talk to you again here in a minute. So if I start ordering that plastic dip, like, how much do I need?
For your truck, we're gonna need 2 gallons of color.
Just 2?
2 gallons.
That's cheap. Okay.
Yeah, 2 gallons of the
And then with the, if I do the sparkles or the pearls.
just whatever you want in, and then I'll mix it in.
Cool.
Send you a
Awesome.
picture and you see more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice Ford Ranger.
It's going to be awesome.
That's 3D printed Ford fucking Ranger.
I was thinking about that. I think I want to do Ford, like an arch, and Ranger in an arch, and do like an F-in.
There you
Do
go.
like F.
Yeah, there you
Do
go.
that big.
Yeah.
In the middle.
That works.
That'd be cool.
That way
That'd be
some
cool.
kid ain't reading down the road and spelling it out.
Right.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
With politics and stuff, I don't want to make anybody too mad. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. I've never done that before.
Right?
No,
You're my favorite entertainment on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I always agree with you.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Cool.
man. Sure. So we just dropped off the Danger Ranger at Black Bear Off-Road in Grafton, West Virginia. Very excited that the owner of that shop is actually someone I know that I've worked with in the past. His name's Mike Schaefer. He actually used to do something called hydro dipping, and I was a FFL. I used to sell guns, and we did some cool custom guns where he put like some carbon fiber on the slide of a Smith & Wesson bodyguard for me one time. That was a cool little gun. But he's just a pretty cool and talented guy, and I'm really excited that I found somebody that is going to be able to be my wizard. Between him and Taryn, I think I should have a real good team of guys to work on my cars. It's actually a really nice shop. He has 6 or 7 other guys also that work there, so manpower shouldn't be an issue when we need something done. Hopefully if I get him 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 hoopties, he'll have the manpower to get the work done for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. I did not record our conversation. I probably should have, but it was the first time I met him and I didn't want to be sticking a camera in his face. We'll definitely do that next time. But as of right now, the Ranger is dropped off, and super excited because this guy, we were just going over stuff that he does, and he does a little bit of everything. He can do body work, mechanical work. He's got a mechanical engineer working there. He's He's got pipe bender, he can do exhaust. He's actually building roll bars for side-by-sides, powder coating, he can do painting. I mean, this guy is really, it seems like a jack of all trades, and we'll have to see his work before we can really judge him, but what I could see, what we just saw sitting there in his shop, which was mostly the roll bar work, where he was doing roll bars on side-by-sides, they looked absolutely amazing. Very good welder, obviously, somebody there. Very good welds, really nice looking roll bars, really nice powder coating and colored on the side-by-sides. We were looking at one that had a really metallic orange roll bars on a razor, and it looked crazy good, like better than something from the factory. So he can do all kinds of crazy jobs for me. We'll see what kind of ideas I can come up with. Well, here's the update on the Danger Ranger. The only part of this project that's not going great right now seems to be the budget. But hopefully we'll get that out of control and figure it out as we go on. I guess we'll just have to sell it for a higher price. Please like and subscribe this video and keep watching. Thank you very much. I'm Gary Keith, and we'll get another video ready quick.